Welcome back. Season 3 of Talking Sshh with Skeen. It's your boy, I'm back. And this show is always presented by Treetop Studios. So, guys, I'm back. And we're just going to be talking about what's going on in the world today. What's going on in the world today? So, I'm excited about Season 3. We changed the name a little bit, obviously. But a lot of changes going on. We had to make a change. And it's all good. It's all love. It's all part of the process, right? But we're going to talk about what's going on in the world today. So yesterday, Monday, holiday, MLK. A lot of people were off from work, enjoying time off, extended weekend. So you had two events going on. You had that, and then you had 47 President of the United States making it official tissue, right? So pretty much a lot of the stuff that was going on back and forth was MLK. You were either celebrating MLK or you were celebrating a felon. Whatever. It's just the facts, right? And you saw a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of stuff that just head scratchers, you know what I mean? And just stuff that left you thinking, like, I can't believe I'm living in these times right now, you know? Can't believe what's going on in the world, but it is what it is. Can't change it. We can try to improve it. We can try to be better, but it is what it is, right? So you had three things you had to do on Monday. Nothing. Enjoy your day. Throughout the course of the day, kind of give thought to MLK for the contributions that he made to humanity and everything. You know what I'm saying? And then you had your celebration of your main man back in power. So you did one of the three things, right? Obviously, I saw the news and I was watching him getting sworn in and stuff like that. But it was just those little things that I'm like, okay, like, yeah, I see it. So I think this is for the first time ever. I could be wrong, but the first time I've seen it, where a president gets sworn in, not outside of the Capitol building, but inside. So I said to myself, that's kind of interesting. The narrative was, it's cold outside. But I remember another president sworn in, temperature was like 28 degrees or something like that. And there was a lot of people out there just celebrating or whatever the case is, right? So the narrative was, let's keep it indoors, nice and warm. So I said, that's interesting. But where the ceremony took place, that's when I found it most interesting. So back on January 6th, 2021, mayhem broke out at the Capitol. People stormed the Capitol. And there was a picture of the rotunda where the ceremony took place back in 2021, where people were there rioting, whatever you want to call it, right? They invaded the Capitol, and there were officers in there trying to hold it down. In that picture, you just saw mayhem. January 20th, 2025, ceremony takes place in the same spot where that picture was taken. So there was a before, back then, and now. And I was just saying to myself, for real? Out of all the places there? I don't know, it was interesting to me. Because if you remember back in 2021, your main felon, the number one felon in the country, said he had nothing to do with that. It wasn't him. A couple of hours after he got sworn in, he pardons everybody who had something to do with J6. But he ain't had nothing to do with it. Got sworn in the rotunda where mayhem was going on. But he ain't had nothing to do with it. It's just those little things that you're like, word. But you know he a liar. You know he gonna do that. But it's just like it's just like in your face, right? It's always gonna be in your face. Like I'm gonna slap you in the face. I'm gonna just here it is, and you're gonna like it, and you're gonna love me for it. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of little things. I mean, there was a speech that he said, "I don't care about you. I just care about your votes." He told you to your face, he don't care about you. He cares about your vote. But you go ahead and do your thing. All on you, right? It's all on you. But it was just those little things that were pardons to everybody in J6, but you ain't had nothing to do with it. Gotcha. So he's gonna pardon everybody that just decided to be like, yo, fuck it. We just gonna go in there and we're gonna take back, we're gonna overthrow the government, we're gonna overthrow this. This is the same dude that years ago, back in the days, when he was just a businessman, right? Nothing to do with politics or something like that. Just a businessman. He was always involved in politics, but I'm just saying back in the days, he was the same dude who wanted to bring back capital punishment in New York because there was a case, famous case, infamous case in New York City, Central Park 5, where 5 men were accused of raping the Central Park jogger. Uh, Ultimately, there is a series or something like that, a documentary. I don't know if it was a series documentary. I can't remember what it was, what it is, or what it is, or where you can find it. You could probably Google it. But anyway, long story short, these 5 men were wrongly accused, but number one, Felon wanted to bring the death penalty and give it to them. Mind you, they were innocent. But let's pardon all them cats who wowed out. Let's pardon them. They was guilty of it because we saw a lot of them on video, right? Flags, hats, wilding out. I mean, officers got hurt. I believe one or two died, maybe. I can't. I'm not accurate on that, but I know there was a couple of lives lost. I know that. I remember that. There was a lot of people got hurt and stuff like that. A lot of officers got hurt, and you saw a lot of them, saw a lot of those incidents on tape for history to see and dissect. But they all get pardons. Now that's crazy. Then to top it all off, you got your number one dude. Your Teslas hitting you with the Hitler salute. Man, like I've said, back in your face. In your face. I'd rather go back to the days, right? And this might sound crazy, but they're slapping you in the face with it. You're living the time, and you're like, it's all good. That's why today I came on and I was like, what am I going to talk about? You can't ignore it, man. It's right in your face. They're slapping you with it. And then there's other controversies, right? Like you got the Snoop Dogg, Nelly, other shit. You got those controversies. And I could touch upon them because, you know what I'm saying? There's differences. There's differences in that, right? In that mentality as well. But back to your man with the salute is crazy. He ain't do it once, he did it twice. With gusto. With conviction. Because it came from the heart. Or it definitely came from the heart, that's for sure. But right in your face. Right in your motherfucking face. It's crazy. Back in the days, you knew where you stood. And that's what I meant. I don't mind going back to the days because it was like white people eat here, colored people eat there. At least you knew. It wasn't being hidden. There wasn't no agendas. There was nothing. It was right in your face. Boom, here you go. Stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? Now, it might sound crazy, but you knew. Here they're slapping you with it and making, nah, my bad. Now I see what it was. Because you're always going to have those people. See what it was? What had happened? And that's the, I'm not talking about politics. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm just talking about facts, right? This is what we see. This is what you're telling me. And then little dumb shit like changing the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. Come on, dude. Shit is wild. Shit is wild. It's just wild. Oh, man. The funny thing was like when my man did the salute, you heard people, like when I saw it, my first instinct was like, hey, what the fuck? That was my reaction. Like, yo, wildin'. Right? Wildin'. Like, yo, what the fuck? But if you look at the video and you hear the crowd, you hear some of it, yeah, in your face. They telling you. Wow. With the salute and all. That's crazy. Here was another conversation I got into this week and stuff. And obviously when disaster strikes, right? Like if you know me, I mean, like I've donated money to like hurricane relief and other things that doesn't matter if it's $5, $10, $20, $1. It doesn't matter, man. I've always taken time for that. But doing this show, now going on season 3, I've learned a lot. I've seen more documentaries, more of this. I've read more stuff. What's up, guys? It's your boy Skeen here, back to let you know and remind you that my co-host Aisha has an amazing poetry book called Treetop Echoes. It is available now on Amazon as well as Barnes and Nobles. So if you're in the market for a new book, please pick it up. You will not be disappointed in this amazing poetry book. So the name of the book, once again, Treetop Echoes, available on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles. Get your copy today. So the fire's out on the West Coast, obviously, travesty, right? People losing stuff that they can replace, but still is memories, right? Like losing your stuff is memories. Like I know in my family and my mom and dad, when I was a little kid, I was too little, but I've heard stories that we lived at an apartment up in Inwood Heights. Shout out to all my people, Dykeman and all, 207 and all that. But we lived, I believe we lived on Academy. Trying to remember if it was 204th Street or whatever. I was a little kid, but we had a fire in the building, and a lot of my baby pictures when I was a little kid burnt, and so all those memories are gone. So, like when I come across a family member and they have a picture of me as a baby, I just look at it in awe because I don't have those pictures because unfortunately a fire took those. So I understand those things you can't replace those things. So obviously thoughts and prayers for that stuff. But life is life, right? So you can move on and create more memories. Obviously, some of the memories you can't relive because you don't have them in picture or videos or whatever. So a lot of those memories, tokens that you pick up through life and pictures and stuff like that, like the paintings behind me, painting in front of me, those little things, right? You can't replace that, right? You could just get more memories and go about business. So you get what I'm saying. So to that extent, people's lives change because of those fires and stuff like that. So thoughts and prayers to that. But the conversation that I had was donating money. And I'm saying to myself, no, not because I'm heartless. It's because I see how our government wastes money on other shit. Like the genocide in Palestine. I think with my homegirl Ish, we talked about, can't remember the actual number. I don't know if it was 5 million. No, it can't be 5 million. So I'm going to say 5 billion to 50 billion, I believe. It was that number that our government here gives to Israel. Here you go. We're going to give you this money. Do what you want. So we give billions of dollars to other countries. So you want me to contribute $5, $10, $20, let's say to the Red Cross or whoever, for relief of people that are dealing with those travesties out on the West Coast. Why? You're giving money to other countries to do other things, like in this case, Israel and the genocide that's going on in Palestine. For years. Not just this year or the past year, for years. And you want me to contribute money? Nah, take some of that money that you're giving out willingly to other countries and do what you got to do at home. That's the shit that pisses me off. You giving billions of dollars away. Here you go. Take it. But nah, not over here where shit is burning. Now we need money. That's crazy. I came across a podcast where a person said if they were to become president of the United States, all that free money that we're giving away, fuck that. That would stop immediately. I don't know if it's possible, but it's a thought. Got to take care of home. With the amount of money that this country gives away, life can be totally different. That's crazy to me, man. But it's always been like that. If you look at your history, it's always been like that. Well, you can solve problems if you only invested in oneself, in the country that you live in. Like, I don't want to sound cold-hearted or anything like that. And if you have your own thoughts, obviously, have your own thoughts, have your own platform, create your own show, do what you got to do. But to me, it's wild. And it's not like we giving out thousands, we giving out billions. Billions of dollars. But when you see celebrities asking you for money, when I see Red Cross stuff ask you for money, that shit, it's like I have two little things going on. I got the evil one and the spiritual one, right? And they're just going, hey, give, no, don't give, fuck them, yes, no. And it's just a struggle because you want to do right. You want to do right. There's been many a times that I've been like, man, I can donate like a little $5 or something like that, something to help out. But at the same time, I'm saying to myself, but I'm donating that $5, but they giving out $5 to $50 billion over here. There you go. Continue killing people, continue bombing children, continue doing what you got to do over here. Don't worry about that. We got the suckers over here donating. We good. Like, that's the stuff that I'm just be like, for real? Really? You got dude throwing World War II salutes and all that, and we go with that. We got felons running the country. If I was to have a felony, I can't even be a greeter at Walmart, but I could run the country. Think about that. If I was to change his name to John Smith and write his resume out, and then when I'm filling out the application, on that little part that says, have you ever been convicted of a crime? And I write down everything. Would you hire me? Facts are facts. Would you hire me? Somebody did. Not once, but twice. Now, I'm not saying the other, like if you would have voted for the other candidate, it would have been better. I'm not saying that. It was like some of y'all have conversations where you walked up to the voting booth and you were like, damn, the fuck do I do here? I don't. These are the only two? We had that conversation in the past. These are the only two candidates? I don't know, man. I'm lost for words. Shout out to all my people from Palestine, of course. But it's just crazy. Leaves you thinking, man. Leaves you thinking. It's just like I'm trying to get the words. I'm fishing for the words. And now we're at this point where it's just like, yo, fuck it. Let's do what we got to do, man. Survive. Prayer. Be good peoples. I know it sounds simple. Be good people, man. Too many videos of hate. Too many videos of people just putting it out there right in your face. It's just amazing to me, man. It just really is. It's just frustrating that we're supposed to be advancing, but we're regressing. It's supposed to be better, but we're not. I don't know. Just food for thought. I might go outside right now and slap the shit out of somebody. Just dumb shit, right? Like, I don't know, man. This shit is crazy, man. Shit is crazy. Look at your communities, man. Look at your communities and everything that goes around your communities and stuff like that. Because that's where the change should start. And then hopefully it builds, but I don't know, man. Head scratcher. Head scratcher. Absolutely head scratcher. I ran out of things to say, but I just wanted to get off my chest. I know once I stop this podcast, I'm gonna be like, damn, I should have said this or I should have said that. But that's the stuff that I wanted to touch on today. It's in your face and they're slapping you with it. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what it is. I hope it gets better, man. I really do. But little by little, history is repeating itself. Shit crazy. Yeah, season 3. I thought my first episode was going to be something fun, something out the box. Hopefully, all episodes are not like this, but I just wanted to start out with it because it was just a big day yesterday. Big day. You had two things to celebrate. Actually, three. One, nothing, like I said at the beginning. Two, celebrating MLK and everything that he did. And then you had the number one felon. And you saw it, man. On a day that it was supposed to celebrate peace, protest in a peaceful way, and all that good stuff, you had that. Crazy. Hopefully it gets better, man. Hopefully our podcast gets better as well. Season 3. What a way to start it, huh? Guys, it's your boy Skeen. Just rambling, man. And if you don't like what I said, man, create your own and ramble yourself. Hopefully I gave you some thought. Hopefully you have some type of insight that you would like to share. Hopefully you do in some way, shape, or form. Or holla at your boy, man. Get on, man. Let's debate. Let's talk. Reach out to me. Let's do it. But yeah, man, season 3. I'm excited. Let's do it. Talking that shish. Man, I'm gonna say it. I'm a grown ass man talking that shit with Skeen. That's what it is, and that's what it's gonna be. So thank you so much, guys. Be safe out there. Be better. God bless. Take care. Peace.